Howdy, kids. This is Dr. P. Mark Taylor, scratching my head with the Carcinoon Eagle. All right. That sort of sets the tone for the semester. I am encouraging you, please, feel free to email me, text me when you feel lost about independent variables, dependent variables, what's categorical, what's not, is it ratio or interval, or, what's the difference between an ANOVA and a t-test. You've read, you've looked at examples, you looked at other people's questions, you may feel like you've got it, and you may feel like you're a little bit lost. If you feel like you're a little bit lost, pretend that I'm a teacher, because I am, even though I've got weird fingers, and assume that I want to be like you with your students and answer all your questions. But if you don't ask them, it's really hard for me to answer. There's a place for just any kind of question up on a discussion board that says help. But I'm very open to texts. You text your question, and probably just say, hey, when's a good time to call? Or you can tell me when you think is a good time to call, and we'll see if it matches up. And we'll talk. We'll talk person to person. Don't be afraid to ask for that kind of help, because that's part of my job. I'm your teacher, you're my student, and that's pretty much my main purpose. So please let me do my job by you asking questions. I will give feedback in things. I try to let the other students give feedback before I give very specific feedback, to see, to encourage other people to be brave enough to comment and say, hey, I think this really shouldn't be a chi-square because this variable is not categorical. Or, I love the dialogue that you have already starting at post 2. I hope you're brave in post 3 as well. But if you're technically incorrect on a question, I will go in and point it out or make a suggestion to change. And if you're mistaken on a bunch of them, I'll probably just try to get a hold of you and have a conversation, because again, that's what I do. Don't be afraid to call. Don't be afraid to email or text to set up a call. Text usually gets it quicker. And or you're going to be texting me all throughout the dissertation, so you might as well get used to it now. Some of you have taken to it, and you're programmed in, and I know who it is on the text. If you haven't texted me yet, start with your name and then lead in on the question, and can we talk? And I will say yes, and I'll give you suggested times or ask you when you're available. So I'm just going on and on and on about please let me help, because please let me help. Okay, thank you. And I will see you online.